The doors opened and the world saw him for the first time with a new title. The first American Pope stepped onto the balcony, offering his first words and blessings as a leader of the Catholic Church.
Habemus Papam.
An emotional moment for millions of faithful across the globe. The question is, who is the man behind the title, and what does his election mean at this critical moment in the Catholic Church? Bradley Blackburn is in the Vatican City with more.
White smoke billowed from the Sistine Chapel, a signal the Cardinals had elected a new pope. The crowd in St. Peter's Square erupted in cheers, then waited in suspense for the announcement.
Habemus Papam.
Habemus Papam, we have a pope, and the world's first look at the new pontiff. Emerging from St. Peter's Basilica, Robert Prevost becomes the first American pope in history, taking the name Leo XIV. His first words, "Peace be with you all."
La pace sia con tutti voi.
Prevost is seen as a progressive on many social issues. Overall, he's viewed as a centrist. Like Pope Francis, Prevost has spent time embracing marginalized groups like the poor. He has dual citizenship between the U.S. and Peru, where he served for years. This is an extraordinary moment for American Catholics, seeing Leo XIV on the balcony, the first pope born in the United States, who is now spiritual leader for nearly 1.5 billion people.
He's the least American. I mean, that's, I think, what made him electable.
As crowds rushed into the square, a surge of emotion caught up with Tammy Harper.
It's just everything.
Once in a lifetime.
It is a once in a lifetime, and
For us to be here in this moment.
just so blessed and grateful.
For the crowds watching and waiting, it was a once-in-a-lifetime thrill. What are you hoping for in the man that comes out on that balcony?
Peace, kindness, humanity.
In the seconds before the white smoke, a baby bird tested its legs next to the chimney, a classic symbol of rebirth as the Catholic Church begins a new chapter. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, the Vatican.
It took a 2/3 majority to elect the new pope. That means after just a day and a half of at least 89 of the 133 cardinals voted for the 69-year-old missionary. Back here at home, news of the first American pope has spread around the globe, including here in East Texas. CBS 19's Robert De La Garza joins us from the Diocese of Tyler to hear from Bishop Kelly about the rise of a new pontiff.
Cardinal Robert Prevost is now Pope Leo XIV. Born in Chicago, he is the first American cardinal to be elected pope in the church's history. Bishop Kelly from the Diocese of Tyler says he watched the ceremony with his entire staff here in anticipation. He said two things stuck out to him. First, the name Leo. The last pope with the name Leo was in the late 19th century. Bishop Kelly said he established a new way of thinking in terms of social justice. Then there were Pope Leo XIV's first words, "Peace be with you," which Bishop Kelly said are the first words the Lord spoke to Mary and his disciples on the morning of his resurrection. For him, the announcement was a moment of joy and reflection.
I think we rejoice with this because it's such an essential part of our church. It really is a sign of our unity and of our communion, and we just pray that the Lord strengthen him for this ministry, and we trust that God who gives the ministry also gives every good gift to complete the ministry.
At 69 years old, Bishop Kelly said Pope Leo XIV's youth will continue Pope Francis' stability and allow for effective changes and continued focus on social justice. The Diocese of Tyler will host a Mass tomorrow afternoon to celebrate the newest Pope. The Mass will take place at the Chapel of St. Peter's and Paul at 12:05 p.m. tomorrow. In Tyler, Robert De La Garza, CBS 19.
As reaction to Pope Leo XIV continues to pour in, a statement from former Tyler Bishop Joseph Strickland said in part, quote, "With the election of His Holiness Pope Leo XIV, the Church enters a new chapter in her privilege through history. We entrust the Holy Father to the guidance of the Holy Ghost and the protection of the Blessed Virgin Mary, praying that he may faithfully uphold the deposit of faith and confirm his brethren in the truth," end quote.